used to be an airport mechanic, so he still got the couple of tools. We got to borrow his 1,000-pound impact rings. That made everything.
Did it spin you around?
But it makes you notice some of those bolts are pretty tight. Even with that wrench, you would hit it for a few seconds before it would even start to turn.
Are we there yet?
By the way, we are recording. Two T-O-T-O due to technical difficulties.
I didn't do that one. You got it. I got another one right here.
I don't think I missed the parts of it.
We had started like you lift companies will please join us for website. Okay, there. We're broadcasting. Start whenever you feel like.
Okay. So
Awesome.
Frank, you got it working.
Yes, finally.
Awesome. Okay, so I suppose I shall call to order the June 10th meeting of Cyberia.
Yep. It is still June 10th.
It is still technically June 10th, somewhere in the world. I'll be here. So we have
Frank Robson,
hiding off camera.
Treasurer, Cyberia. That's right, really. Frank Robson, Treasurer, Cyberia.
Austin Owens, Vince Director
So,
at facility.
Oh, yeah.
dual purpose. Dave Norris, President.
Also, I'm filling in for Andrew Hasara, Secretary.
Yes, we'll be reading the part of Andy and Sarah.
Would either, oh, well, there's only, oh, would either of the other gentlemen in the room like to announce themselves on the meeting? I think I scared Keith off.
In from the camera? Very good.
Yeah, I'll say hi.
What do I do?
Just say hi.
Hi, Mark Kroll.
There you
Promotion.
Very well.
I'll be up to the Saturday.
And there's this guy.
Yeah, the mysterious man walking in the background.
Keith Russell.
Very good. Okay, well, let's start off with some old business. Why not? Laser cutter updates. Okay, next.
The basic update is that we're doing the funding through the bank. The bank has been having some troubles because of internal issues with them, and we've unfortunately gotten kind of caught up in the chaos that they're dealing with. So it's been delayed and delayed and delayed. But it's all on track, just delayed.
Yep. So, we are still working on the makerspace room here. A little bit every week, every day.
Got the 3D printer cabinet mostly together. All the printers are on the cabinet. 3.5 printers are currently running. Of the 9, got some basic config issues to work through. Also need to contact Brian from 3D Press Manufacturing to get some of the 3D printers have some maintenance work done. other than that, things are moving apace.
Yep.
Also, got the projector mounted in the classroom, and there is a fold-out table currently under construction for presenters in the classroom.
The next step with that would be to hook up the audio for the presenting system.
There is sound, it just isn't great.
Yeah.
So, I bought some fans, so we've had fans. Me and my many fans.
It's very breezy in here.
So the drains work,
The drains work.
and this is a good thing.
The bill ended up coming to a total of $308,
So we have pulled that from the emergency fund temporarily.
essentially. Yes.
Okay, very good.
That should be in there to vote on, correct?
Much later.
Okay, just making sure.
Yes. We have installed some outlet strips in various places to facilitate being able to plug things in.
Yes.
Do we have an update on the cleanup and reorganization of the workshop?
Everybody who's working on it has mostly gotten busy. However, I believe Teal still has occasionally done small things here and there.
Very good.
We finally got the outlets installed for the kiln, so it has moved over onto its own bench and it's done more properly. Jump back minorly, something I want to make sure is in a record somewhere. We also did an update to the electrical in the beta room here that basically split the circuit in the room onto another breaker, so that way it's better divided.
Yeah.
One blow breaker.
Not all the outlets are on one breaker.
Much safer.
Well, at least we can plug more things in.
That too.
Props for crit confirmed. What do we have? What do we need?
Props for Crit Confirm are going at pace. Mark's doing a really good job with the stockade. Andy has several props for one done for sure, the bomb. Several other in progress. You know, the owner. I'm getting ahead with the Dagger of Time and the Portal Gun, mostly are on the agenda right now, and the Buster Sword. We still have a lot of props left to get done, so if anybody would like to help out or contribute to projects, talk to myself or Mark or Andy. See what needs to be done. We also have a list posted on the Facebook page if you'd like to work on your own prop. So I know there's a few available, like the gravity gun and the Mega Man blaster that have not yet been started. If anybody would like to participate in that. We're looking at delivery next Thursday. Don't have a specific number of tickets yet, but I'm going to be talking to the person because people have been so graciously volunteering their time trying to get 2 3-day passes for each person. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. On to committee reports. We don't have any more old business. Yeah. Executive committee. That's me. I have been working with Jason and Suzanne a little bit on our bylaws rewrite. We've made some progress in other areas, so I've got a lot of time to work on that. Not a lot to report other than just need to do a little bit of cross-referencing and things on it. Also, I have worked with the various board members to implement Jira for project management, and a few of us have begun creating tasks in there and organizing our various departments, I guess you could call it, and assigning tasks and things. So that's ongoing, but it should get better as time progresses. And other than that, the executive committee is working with some other organizations on partnership opportunities and various things of that nature. That's pretty much it for the executive committee. Membership committee.
I have the report from the membership committee.
Okay.
Just look on camera here. The new member guides are about 25% completed. Andy has the full outline and 9 out of an estimated 40 pages of text filled in. He will be contacting people about specific details of some of our programs that get mentioned in the member guide. Estimated alpha copy to the board by the end of June, barring unforeseen weirdness. We have 41 active members as of Tuesday, June 7th. I believe that's gone up to 45. Some people who were in limbo came out and we got a new member or 2. 7 others have not paid their invoiced renewals, so I think that's down to 3 or 4. And 2 regulars have lapsed for non-payment but are still active. I believe one of those has also come back in as a member. There are no members who are not expected to pay. Example, they stopped the automatic payments. So that's good news. The committee submitted a program proposal for new members to the Education Committee for a desktop manufacturing certification, and Andy was told that they would let him know what they thought of it. Members have been asking about another T-shirt order, and the suggestion was made for member patches and membership level chevrons. RFID cards for members' access has not been forgotten. All supplies are ordered and received. The program will be updated after PopCon. That's pretty much.
Okay, very good. Building committee.
The plumbing is working. Both sinks in the makerspace, the kitchen sink and the utility sink function. Couple things. Probably going to need to be light use on the material sink or the industrial sink, utility sink for the near future. Only soap and water for right now. Soda, that kind of stuff.
No concrete.
No concrete.
No carpet glue.
No carpet glue.
No carpet glue, no metal shavings, things like that.
So like normal stuff you put down the drain.
Yep.
Things that you would feel comfortable putting down the drain at your house.
Sounds like a good building.
Yeah.
Old building would scare you.
No.
Yeah, no plastic. No.
We've got redoing the electrical outlets in the makerspace is progressing. As mentioned before, the wall outlets have been split on 2 separate circuits. New circuits have been placed in, or new outlets have been placed in the behind the wall for the fold down cable. We've also got a project started for wiring the servers, providing more better power for the servers and the UPS in the server room. We acquired some conduit for that.
Yep. The building owner has provided us with an already run piece of conduit to run to the new rack for the repeater upstairs. So we can put 2 circuits up there easily without having to run all new conduit. We have some breakers on order that will come in for that. Next meeting, we will vote upon some expenditures for electrical for the server upgrades that you're talking about. Adding more electrical in the server, basically. Full 30 amp line and other things.
The person in charge of that at this moment in time is Jason Boyles. He's going to be coming up with the project proposal to present at the next board meeting. Aside from that, I believe
We've been discussing air conditioning. Nothing really concrete or solid set in. Many good leads, but we definitely are wanting to get some, definitely for next year, this year if we can, but definitely for next year.
so. There are a couple of leads there that we'll be following up. If you would like to go ahead and buy air conditioning, feel free to do so.
Yeah.
The club would greatly appreciate it. 50,000 BTUs for the makerspace room. 50,000 BTUs for the server room.
And you should say alpha or beta rooms.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, for those unaware, beta also refers to the makerspace room, which is the room that we're currently in. Alpha also refers to the workshop, which is where the large tools like the mills, lathes, such things are located.
I think that's a fair building.
Okay. Treasurer report. What have you to say?
Treasury report. I probably should. We officially received the extension on our property tax filing. That it was a new thing this year that we had to do, a new exemption we had to apply for. So we have until August 15th to fill out all the paperwork. I'm working on that, making progress. The biggest part of that is that they want 3 years of reports, so I have to get those together. So we have until August 15th on that. I'm still making small centimeters of progress on the business reports. I've got we had a board meeting which generated a charter of accounts for us to use from here on out, and answered a lot of questions that need to be known financially. The laser funding I've already talked about. Other than that, we're just inching forward on all the stuff. So, all the things.
That's great. Marketing.
Marketing requests more money.
That's true. I know he would definitely say that.
Well, I know he's working on some new graphics and flyers and cards and things. So.
Yes.
Got a new ad campaign coming, so that will be released here in the coming weeks.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Equipment. Since you're talking to Teal.
Yeah, so I'll fill that in. We have bought the brass. It is on back order though, so we have not received it yet. Let's see, I'm trying to go through everything. So bought the brass, haven't received the brass. The kiln is working out splendidly. Basically now it's figuring out how to make molds at this point. Working that down. Some drills have been bought. We're going through the hand drills, and we'll be working on basically getting a large set of similar drills so that way we can always have one charged and available. Various tools have had blades and things bought for them to keep them up to date. Various small tools have been purchased via the budget. I don't think we have anything. Well, voting will be later. So yeah, everything's kind of going along there, I believe.
Okay. Very good. Events.
This weekend is the Indianapolis Circle City Con. So we assisted once again with the sound setup. We also have just a small display table there, passing out flyers, general flyers for the club, and for the for another event that we have coming later in the year, which is through We've also been working with a company called Hackster.io. They've been partnering with the club to arrange hardware donations for us. In exchange, we've also been running a Hackster live meetup group, which is a hardware hacking group. They are meeting every second Saturday of the month, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So tomorrow actually is the next Hackster meeting, and through them, this August 13th, we'll also be having an Alexa, Amazon's voice recognition software. We'll be having an Alexa skills hackathon. It's being sponsored by Amazon. They're donating some monetary value and hardware for prizes. We've also got an Alexa developer by the name of Nemo Doring, I believe, coming out to assist with running the hackathon. There is no registration information on the site yet for that. Still got one or two things to work out with Hackster and conditions. But it looks to be, for that, it will actually be a paid event, $15, but we're trying to make that free for Cyberia members. So more information on that coming. We've also got Indie PopCon coming next week. No booth there, but we are doing props for Confirm, which is another nonprofit organization. We will also be building a con box to walk around the con, offer cosplay repair assistance, things like that. We are scheduled to have a panel at Gen Con. Registration information will be posted on the site shortly for that, for those who would like to volunteer to assist with that. Also looking at a few more conventions. As far also, oh yes, we've got classes partnership with the 38th Street Library, East 38th Street Library for me. That will be not as much this year. One of the members is assisting with the library privately, and maybe assisting with that program through this company. But we will also be partnering, Cyberia itself will be partnering with the library over the coming year for CNC classes, 3D printing classes, and electronics classes. We have progress being made with the Arduino classes. That has taken a bit of a pause due to personal circumstances, but progress is still being made. And I believe that's it for the events committee.
Website?
Website committee. Our next step in adding services to the website is adding a link for members to add a trouble ticket for equipment or facility issues, to report an injury, and to make suggestions. It is still on the list of possible items to have the 3D printer cameras streaming to a web page. In the current configuration, that will use too much processing power, so an alternate setup is being investigated. After that, the next addition will be to add HipChat to allow members to communicate without requiring a Facebook or Google account. HipChat can be integrated to show things posted on Facebook, have access to trouble tickets, share on GitHub, and have its own Cyberia stored file sharing. We will need to integrate Active Directory with Wild Apricot if we want to do a single sign-on setup recommended for the ease of the members. And we need to have a stable file server and VM array to keep this separate. We will also want to consider upping our bandwidth because file serving can eat a lot of upstream load. And basically right now, the VM array and stable file server thing is kind of dependent on cooling.
Is that it for the website stuff that you had?
Yeah.
On the note of the website, we also had an issue with the payment page for membership renewal not appearing completely secured. The reason for that was a broken link with one of the custom logos on the payment page. Nothing particular to be worried about. Has that been prepared yet?
Yes,
You know?
that has been
Yes.
fixed.
So that has been solved. So you should be receiving no more security errors. If you were seeing any before, that should all be cleared up now.
Yep. That should be all.
Well,
Yep, that's it for
security committee.
Security committee. The electronic door latch on the workshop is damaged and needs to be replaced. The cost and vote will come up in new business. Kind of in addition to this, I'm not sure if we can vote on it because it wasn't brought up before the meeting, but the latch in the makerspace as well appears to be damaged and will most likely need to be replaced as well. We'll probably have to vote on that at the next meeting, but just so everybody is aware, we might have to do some form of just leaving the door locked and have, somebody come and unlock it or something in the time being, unfortunately. Two cameras. We have 2 cameras ready to be installed in the makerspace room. We need help running the data lines and power outlets. A donation of a box of Cat6 cable would also be appreciated. Please contact Frank Robinson, myself, or Andrew and Sarah about helping. We still need to install a few cameras in the workshop, but we have been waiting for the great server migration of 2016 to complete before installing them. We're going to try to do that this weekend, either Saturday evening or Sunday. So if anybody sees this and wants to stop by and help, feel free. Another thing that wasn't in here but to add, should I bring up the car thing? Okay. That's it then.
Very good. So, that's all the committee reports. So let's go on to business. We have an item here that has been added. Fans from Makerspace in our workshop. Someone has been requested that I be reimbursed for the fans that I purchased and possibly buying 30-inch fans from Harbor Freight for $120 a piece. So does anybody want to?
How much was the cost?
$120 a piece for 30-inch fans. Is that what it said? Buy 2 of them.
It doesn't specify 2. It just says fans plural.
Okay.
I would suggest with the fans that we currently have in the makerspace, we're doing all right on fans. I would motion that we approve reimbursement for the purchase of fans.
I'll second that motion. That motion.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
So passes 3-1 or 3-0.
Very good. 3-0. Can I have my paper back?
Yes, you can. Sorry.
Okay. I guess I will have to figure out where I put that receipt. All right. A request for a bulk order of subsea nickel metal hydrogen batteries to fix power tools and our 4 Roombas. As well as possibly sell to needy members.
Any voting go up or just discussion?
I would say that's more discussion because there is nothing specific about it here.
Okay, that definitely sounds like an all right idea.
Yep.
But I would want to see a project proposal first.
Absolutely.
Yeah, project proposal, costs.
Yep. Do we know who submitted that?
Andy was working on that, yeah. we know how many members would be interested in
I'm in for 45 or
so? All right, so we have at least one member who's interested in a generous amount, so that's good.
significant amount, yeah.
All right. That puts a little bit better confidence in it.
Yeah, that would
Would be
definitely,
interested in all.
hopefully,
Doing a bulk order of C-sized nickel metal hydride or sub-C-sized nickel metal hydride batteries. Okay.
I would also say, as we continue discussing this, let's consider the idea of a bulk order of 18650 cells.
Maybe.
perhaps we just have nothing at all that uses them.
Enough ideas and projects and currently existing projects have come up with the issue of not having batteries.
My only problem with that is that for a good solid year, I had an entire container of new 18. I can't remember that one.
Giant box of them in their bed.
Yeah, they're all in that because nobody uses them.
So, towards we need subsidies.
Subsidies can immediately be used.
I will make a note to suggest that to whoever writes such report.
Yes.
They're most commonly used in laptops, things like that. They're the things that get stuff up.
The size.
They're two subsidies stacked.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Approximately.
Okay.
Roughly. They're their own size. They're 18650s. Oddly. 186 by 50.
No, I didn't know that was a thing.
That's the way all batteries are.
No.
Important detail. The numbers on the batteries are their diameter and their height. Review of AWS costs and request to automatically add the cost to monthly budget. I swear we did that last year.
No. Last year, what we did was we said we were going to go ahead and allocate. I can't remember what the amount we said we were going to allocate was, but we said we were going to allocate a certain amount to go ahead and try out AWS while we had the free period, and then when the free trial was over, we were supposed to review it. Unfortunately, we are a couple months past when that happened, but we do still need to do the review of new expenses, how much it's going to cost us going forward, and whatnot.
Didn't we do the review of the actual expense costs at the board meeting?
See, we switched to wild apricot a year ago. And the year previous to that is when we were using the AWS for the website.
Not quite a year. Not quite a year ago.
Agreed.
Before that.
Was it a full year?
Yeah. So, but we're still using AWS, correct?
Yes, that's very important.
Okay.
Very critically important.
And our expenses have changed.
They, from what I understand, have gone down.
I don't know. I haven't checked with the new things ever since we cleaned up.
So why don't we do what this says, a review all of that, and get back next month?
Of course, Mike.
Okay. So July.
Just to get it in the record, what is AWS currently used for?
All of our domain name and DNS resolution is hosted there. We use the S3 file storage for things like the PayPal logos and various logos and things, scripts, whatever, that we embed in other sites.
I have to look away from one second.
Those are the primary things. In the future, I expect we would want to utilize an EC2 instance with a VPN so we can bridge the network here in this facility out to AWS for the purpose of exposing things in here out to the internet through a secure load balancer. And those are the primary uses.
So critically,
The DNS is critically important because that does all of our domains. S3 is fairly important, and it's pennies of cost, probably less than that. VPN stuff, future projects, we're going to want a way out of this building that's secure, I think. And that's a reasonably inexpensive way to do it. That doesn't expose our IP address to the entire universe. Not that you can't just find it when you're here, but still. Okay, so the next item on new business, request to purchase replacement striker for the workshop outside of the $25 budget. What's $25 budget?
Facility budget is $25 a month. So a separate purchase of a new door latch. So from the general fund, not the facility fund. And just a moment, and I'll pull the cost.
Okay,
What that is.
so it's basically the same striker that we've got, but slightly not as terrible.
Yes. And the cost of that is $35.10 plus $5.99 shipping.
Okay, and I would defer to Keith if he has a moment to explain what he was explaining. This is relevant to the current discussion.
Sure. I think our latches are likely to always be a problem because the doors are steel, and when they go slamming shut, they bounce back onto the latches, and it's really hard on them. Unless we buy a lot more expensive latches, I think they're just going to keep breaking, in my opinion. But there are other ways to do door unlocking. Namely, we can do it inside the door lock itself on the door side. So there's ways to put a solenoid in those locks. And they can still be operated by key, but they're released with a solenoid. And that's a more robust way to do it. It's the way it's commonly done in industrial situations. One reason why it's sometimes not done is because it requires you to run the wire through the door, through a door loop, and it's just a little more work. So it's harder to install, but it is a lot more robust. And I have friends who make these locks, so I'm gonna have a chat with them and see what they recommend. And I think we could probably do something that would be quite permanent and give us no more problems.
Are we talking about completely replacing the lock assembly entirely or modifying the ones that are there?
Just changing the lock assembly, but we can get ones that work with the same type of cores and everything as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so pull the core out, throw the door handle in the box, and put the core in the new. Yeah.
Okay. And there'll also be the whole thing where you can exit in a fire type thing.
Oh, yeah, it'll work exactly like this.
Okay.
It has the added benefit of some of these also have what's called a request to exit built into the exit door latch. So if later we decide to alarm the door, we'll know when people are leaving versus it being violated coming in.
Right.
So that's what's usually done in heavy industrial situations, and especially with steel doors. I think our steel doors are just going to keep breaking on latches with the rebound.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my concern as well. I don't think we can spend enough money to get latches on the box.
So how much did those latches cost?
$35.10. $35.99 $40.
How long do you think it would take for us to get the lock part, to change it up the rest of the lock part?
It doesn't take long. You do have to run the wires to the door. That normally means you got to bore it, and you got to put a loop on it, and you have to come up the other side of the door. But we can do it in one evening for each door.
I mean, from a project standpoint of how long for you to find out what we need, for us to figure out what model we need, get it.
It just takes a week or two. Doesn't take long. I mean, all that equipment is in town.
Okay. Because the only thing I'm thinking of is that while the one down in Alpha is holding now, it's not going to be holding long.
Yeah, I don't think it needs to buy another latches. I'm actually going to take this apart tonight and take a look at it and see what it's doing.
Okay, so go ahead and vote on buying the latch, and then we'll look into the changing out the
For the record, I would say we will need the latch anyway, because the wooden door is perfectly fine without that latch. But we need the lock. And we don't have a latch for it.
Oh, okay, so we could take the latch out of there.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay, so does somebody want to bring us up to work?
I will make a motion that we purchase a new latch for Alpha.
I second that motion.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Agreed. All opposed? Nay. 3-1.
Passes 3-0.
3-2. Okay. All right, next agenda item on new business, electrical update for the workshop. 3 new electrical outlets, 2 30-amp L630s for the server, and 1 20-amp circuit for the AM radio rack, which will be next to the tower.
We overall of the items.
Yeah, I think we already covered
I
all that.
believe so. So I think those are mostly even done.
No. That's all what I talked about. I don't think so.
Right.
We talked about
Nothing new though. We're not going to need to buy anything or anything like that. So.
it. Not right now.
Okay, next item. Andy points out that we need toolkits for the makerspace. Andy would like us to consider the purchase of 8 toolkits from Harbor Freight, a particular SKU number of 4030. They are on sale for $39 each until June 30th. Each one of these will be mounted to a particular workbench of the 8 workbenches in the makerspace room here. So there would basically be a permanent tool box mounted to each bench. So would we like to go on like
Like going to the door. Latch.
No,
Do you need the link to the door latch?
not right now. I'm doing something else.
so would anyone like to bring that up?
What was the cost of each kit again? How many?
$39, and we would have 8 kits, 1 for each of the 8 benches.
So 40 times 8.
Yeah. Customs.
Part of me says I want to hold off on that to the next meeting, but
We maybe get 1 or 2 for a trial first to see how it work out.
But since they're getting 4,
I would be, yeah, I'd like that better. But I'm still,
Okay, question.
Yeah.
Would we have budget to put forth for 160? So after this meeting, we would be looking at potentially $180 outlay of just general purchases. That's including the door latch and the toolkits. Can we afford to do that right now?
yeah, we can. I mean, we can easily afford it. It's just, I'm trying to keep in mind the purchase of the laser cutter coming up, and that's such a big unknown. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to affect us.
The laser will be on credit.
Yes, but that's a dangerous thing to watch out for, how we handle that.
I think we don't want to build up too much interest on that.
Exactly. And we need to make sure that we have the money to pay the interest too.
Well, yes.
So,
I would support buying 2 toolkits, 1 for each subtable.
I would be okay with that for now, an $80 expense.
Okay.
I'll make a motion for buying 2 toolkits.
I'll second that motion.
Okay. All in favor, say
Aye.
aye. Opposed? Nay. Okay.
Passes 3-0.
Very good. I'll actually just put that on this page so I can. So, honestly, it's probably not a bad solution. that is the end of new business. Does anybody have anything else they would like to bring up before we close the meeting?
We should think about getting an HTC Vive. We should strongly consider that.
I don't
Duly
know
noted.
this houses of business, but I could use some assistance in the weathering of the top that I'm building.
That's right. You were looking for, what is the saw type?
Sorry?
The saw type?
Oh, I will get a draw knife myself, but I could use assistance in the weathering of the antiquing of the wood itself to make it look beat up and antique-ish.
We should probably do a really good, somewhat, with a good acid.
Well, I would, like I say, need somebody that is familiar with the process and help me with that.
Some part of my brain is saying coffee. Doing something. With
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So yeah, I can help you with that.
Very good.
Yeah. That I would like. I think we will start that tomorrow, that process. Right. Because we've got less than a week to have it finished anyway.
Okay, very good.
Sounds like.
Anything else? Anybody? Okay, we have a motion to close the adjournment.
I motion to adjourn the meeting.
So,
Okay. The meeting is called to a close, and thank everybody who attended.
Russ, with this.
No,